Alright, you guys, what we got here is a rack of baby backs. Those picked up at the store, and what I'm going to do is, there's actually a little bit of fat here that I want to trim off. A little too much fat. Just taking off a little bit of it. Not doing a whole lot of trimming. And that's about it. A lot of this fat will kind of render out, but there's actually quite a bit here in this particular spot. So just kind of trim that off there. And also, if you have any other loose skin anywhere, you might want to trim that off. Now, when I took it out of the package, I did rinse it under the sink. I always do that to my meat, just to make sure I get all the blood, and you know, some of these, if they're cut with a bandsaw, will have little pieces of bone on them, on the edges here. So I just rinse them off. Then we're going to flip it over, and this membrane here on the back, always make sure you remove that. I do. Some people don't, that I know, but I definitely remove it every time. Just kind of get on there with the knife or the back end of a fork or spoon. Paper towel, because this stuff is slippery. Just grab it there. You guys know this. Alright, ain't nothing new for many of y'all. And just peel it back. Alright, pretty simple. Sometimes it all comes off in one pull. Sometimes you gotta play with it. So that's it. This stuff is tough. Look at that. It's tough. You definitely want to make sure you remove that. You'll get no smoke on this backside, no flavoring or of any kind if you don't remove that. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to rub this down with a, you can use any binder you want. Some people will use mustard, depending on what you're cooking. Some people use Worcestershire, beef broth, depending on what you're doing. I'm just going to use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Nothing big. Well, you don't want a lot. Just enough to help that rub stick. That on there real good. Hope you guys can see that. And actually, the rub I'm using today is actually just going to be a off the shelf rub. I'll show you what it looks like. This is Fiesta rib rub. I've actually used this before, and it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that on here. See back here, I don't know if you can see if there's some loose skin here. That's what I was mentioning earlier. If you have any loose skin, I like to trim that off just so that way it doesn't, you don't get those little burnt ends, pieces burnt up. So we're just gonna let me scoop this back a little bit. See if you can see this better. There you go. So we're just going to rub her down. Alright. I always like to use a shaker, even when I'm not using when it comes in a shaker. I have my own shaker compared to just dumping it on. I think with a shaker you're able to distribute the rub evenly. That's just me. I like to make sure I get both sides, even the back side, even though there's not a ton of meat on here. You know, when the rib is finished, I love, you know, that back part of the bone, just sucking on that. It's just, man, it's just some good flavor back there. I'm gonna turn that over and do the top side now. And then after we get this on, I'm going to show you a little secret or a trick that I like to do. I like a sweet rub. I mean a sweet rib. So I like it to be sweet and a little spicy. Let me make sure we get the sides as well. All right. Get both ends. Some people will think you're wasted rub by doing the backside or doing the ends there. I don't care. I like my ribs to be completely covered. So that's that. What I'm going to do, add a little bit of heat, and I'm going to do that by adding a little bit of cayenne, red pepper. Not much. I'm just dropping a little, just a little bit. That's all. Now, what we're going to do with this is we're going to let this sit in the fridge for about 45 minutes to an hour. Kind of let that rub set in. But before we do that, I told you I like a sweet rib. So what I'm going to do is take some brown sugar. All right. And just kind of put it over the rib. Break it up. Now I'm only going to do the top, I'm not going to do the bottom side. And what's going to happen here is this brown sugar is actually going to caramelize. I'm going to put it in the fridge, like I said, for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And it's going to caramelize and leave a shiny coat over the ribs, and what that's going to do is not only is it going to add flavor, but it's going to lock in the rub that's already on there. Then when I take them out and before putting them on the pit, I'll just dust it up one more time with some more of the rub, and that's it. So we're going to seal this up. Get that sealed up real good. Put this in the fridge, let it sit for a bit, and we will pick up in just a little bit. Stick around. Alright you guys, as the meat is in the fridge, I'm going to go ahead and get the fire started. I got a chimney here of charcoal that I'm going to light up, and I actually use these, so you can see that, there's those starter cubes to light them up. Just place it right under there. Light her up. To get that fire going. Some people you'll see stuff newspaper up underneath the bottom there to light it. I don't like doing that. Once, for me, and it's just a preference, all that after that paper is lit up, all that newspaper is lit up, and you lift this chimney up, you have a bottom full of burnt out newspaper that you got to try to get rid of. And oh, didn't light. Thought it lit. There you go. Now it's lit. You have a bunch of burnt up newspaper that you got to deal with once you pick that chimney up. It goes flying everywhere. So I know a lot of people use it or start the fire that way. I don't. Again, it's just a preference. That's not knocking anybody in any way who does start the chimney that way. So, all right, you guys are back. These have been set for about 45 minutes. I hope you can see that the brown sugar is kind of caramelized and made a glaze. So what we're going to do is you can hit it with the rub one more time, one more layer. And I'm only going to hit the top side, since that's the only side that I put the brown sugar on. I didn't put any brown sugar on the bottom side. These things are going to have a ton of flavor, believe you me. Alright, head outside, and the pit is ready to go, so we're going to head outside, throw them on the pit, pick up in just a second. Alright, I think that fire is ready to go. This here is just a thermometer, read the surface temperature of the grill. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this rack, just going to lay it right in the middle here. You know all about that, right? Lay it there. And I do got, see, I haven't put the wood in yet. That's what I'm going to do here. Got some cherry wood. We'll put a chunk there for smoke. A couple of chunks actually, and same thing to the other side. And let that go. I'm going to cook these about 250, 275, and that's actually right where the thermometer is reading. I don't know if you can see it or not. And that's it. We're going to close it up, and actually I'm actually going to throw on some sausage on here. That isn't for today. I just need to get some smoke on it. I'm actually going to use that for another cook in a couple of days. So that's what it looks like. And so I'm going to close it up. Actually, I'm going to grab the sausage, close it up, and get to cooking. That there's old Betsy. That's the Weber. There is my Bonnie. My WSM there is Clyde. Another smoker over there. But the big one there is Betsy. We're not going to use Betsy today. So that's what it looks like. Close the lid up. The bottom vents are about 1/4 of the way open. And the top vents I'm going to put about 1/4 of the way open also. That's it. We will check back in probably about 2 hours, see what they look like. Stick around. Alright, they've been on for about 3 hours. Just took them off, and this is what they look like. Let's take a quick look. Nice color. Pull back on the bones there. That's a good sign. Alright. So, nice. So, what we're going to do, because they're not done, is just going to wrap them. However, Let me show you what we're going to do. Take some more of that brown sugar. Yeah, I might as well finish it up, right? I'll lay that down here. This, now we're going to add some Troy, T-Roy. He's actually someone who lives close to me in the area. I saw you use this in one of your videos, and I've seen other people use it also, so I'm going to give it a shot. Add a little bit of spice to that. So what we're going to do is take this tiger sauce. It's actually really good. Put a little bit here. Just like that. Then, something I like to do. And I use a couple of things. Sometimes I use pineapple juice, but today I'm actually going to use apple juice. So we're going to put a little bit of apple juice in here. We're going to take the ribs, meat side down, right over that. Let's get in there. We'll just wrap them. Now we're going to put them back on the pit for about another hour and just let them baste in that that mixture of brown sugar, apple juice, and that tiger sauce. So we'll be back. Alright, you guys are back. These actually have been on the pit for a little bit over an hour. We're going to unwrap them and just take a look at them. I didn't film outside on the pit because I got my neighbors are outside now and they're a little loud, so I didn't film any of them anymore out there. So let's take a look at this. These are hot, so make sure you wear gloves, insulated gloves. We'll take a look. So for a total, they've been cooking for about 4 hours now. They smell good. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually these are going to be a little too done. Oh no, they're good. All that juice. You guys see that? That's what they look like. Let's take a close-up look. Not too shabby. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sauce these up. I wasn't going to originally, but in fact, we'll do it now. 1 second. Alright, so originally I wasn't going to sauce these, but you know what? Let's go ahead and sauce them. And I'm just going to use, you guys know this, Sweet Baby Ray's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sauce them and then put them back on the pit for just, you know, a few minutes to let that sauce set in there. Yeah, that should be good. So that's That's what they look like sauced up. And I'm going to throw them back on the pit just like this. I'm going to leave them in the foil, and I'm just going to leave the foil open just like it is now. And just let them set for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Let that sauce set on there, and then we'll pull them off and cut them up. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. They've been on the pit about an extra 15-20 minutes. We're going to take them out, cut them up, see what they look like. Oh, extremely tender, I can tell that. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these are way tender. That sauce tastes good. Let's see. Cut these suckers up. So not too bad. It's actually way more tender than I'd like for them to be. But I don't normally cook baby backs. I do St. Louis, so it's a little different. That's what they, so you can see that there. But let's give them a try. Nice smoke ring. All right, see what they taste like. That's actually really good. Can definitely taste that tiger sauce. Cut these up. Yeah, these are definitely way more done than I'd like. But they taste good. Very, very good. I'm gonna call that a wrap. So, thumbs up. Tastes really, really good. Definitely sweet with a hint of heat from that cayenne that I put on when I rubbed them, and that tiger sauce. If you haven't tried that tiger sauce, it's actually a sweet heat, so it goes perfect. That's it. Look who else is waiting for some. He's just waiting for something to fall. Not today, buddy. Not today. Alright, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.